In the last video, I have discussed about the incident investigation and reporting. But to investigate it fully, we will have to understand what are the different stages and terms it is used. For example, what is the meaning of contributing causes, underlying causes, and root cause in an incident. So I will prepare two video on the same technique because as I have told, as a HSE professional, you have to be master in the incident investigation and reporting. So my name is MS Akhter and I have 35 years of experience, and I'm sharing my experiences, and so that you can become a competent HSE professional. So let us start by understanding that what are the techniques you can use, and because you have to understand what are all these terms means. So in the first chapter we will try to understand the what are the incident causes from symptoms to root. Okay, so why root cause analysis matters? Because addressing immediate cause only provide temporary relief. As I have told as I have explained you in the last video, that if you see, when it is a chronic problem at all the company and the construction sites, that people will you will see the incident investigation report, they will immediately blame someone and close this chapter, and there is no investigation. So this is not that is what it is very important to understand, that if you address immediate causes only provide temporary relief and fixing symptoms rather than the underlying disease. For example, if you have some appendicitis pain and you are taking some pain relief, so if once it is burst, then it will go. Huh? So true organizational resilience comes from identifying and resolving causes that prevent recurrence. If any organization want to prevent the accident, and to what I have told, the purpose of the incident investigation, if they want to achieve this, they will have to find the root cause and take action. So both OSHA and EPA, it is a regulatory requirement, requires thorough root cause analysis to ensure systematic prevention of future incidents. For example, an oil spill on a factory floor is merely a symptom. The root cause might be inadequate mechanical integrity procedure or insufficient prevention maintenance system. If there is a leakage in the from the equipment or from the any equipment, so if you just rub it, and then whether it is going to solve the problem? No. You have to see from where it is the leakage is there. That's what it is. So now try to understand the different terms which I have explained in the last video. That immediate cause. What is the immediate cause? The direct observable triggers that immediately precede an incident. For example, a missing railing from a scaffold. It's the immediate cause. Somebody is not wearing the full body harness. That's why it has fallen. This is the immediate cause. These are the most visible factors, such as equipment failure or unsafe act. Contributing cause means conditions or factors that increase the likelihood or severity of an incident. Okay, so these are the things. Maybe somebody has fallen from the height and the ground is some pipes are there, and it has aggravated the incident. Or for example, somebody has removed the why they have removed, they will have to do something. But why they have removed? Because of the wrong planning. That is the root cause. So such as inadequate lighting, time pressure, or insufficient training, these are the contributed causes. But root cause is fundamental system failure. As I have told you just now, if somebody is removing the railing and somebody has fallen, and for some people are not using the full body harness, or there is a oil spillage, and there is a fire, or whatever it is. So maybe it is a wrong planning, system failure, process breakdown, or organizational deficiencies that, if corrected, would prevent recurrence of similar incident. Okay, so that is what it is. Mainly, it is gone to the management and the system, main root causes, and that's why, because it will go to the project manager, the entire company. So that's why they don't. They just put it on the immediate causes, or maximum it will go to the contributing factors. That's all. So the investigation journey from incident to insight. Try to understand. Collect how you will do this. Collect comprehensive data, gather incident reports, witness statements, physical evidence, maintenance records, and relevant documentation to build a complete picture. As I have explained in the last video, that when you are investigating, what are all the informations you have to gather, so that you can build the story, you can give the timeline and all these things. If you want more detail, you can see my last video. So sequence of event methodically, time wise, construct detailed timeline and causal factor chart to understand the progression of events leading to the incident. When first it has happened, what is second has happened, how things has moved, which has caused the incident and an injury. Ask why repeatedly, systematically. That's why 5 why question it is coming. Systematically probe deeper beyond surface explanation to uncover underlying systems, systematic issue, and organizational factors. If you start, if this has happened, why this has happened, why this has happened, then only you can reach to the root cause. So, classic technique for root cause identification. So, we'll try to understand the 5 whys technique. Developed This 5 why is developed at Toyota in 1970s as part of their manufacturing excellence program. The 5 why technique involves asking why this has happened, then why this has happened, then why 5 times in succession to peel back layer of causation. So strength simple, intuitive, and highly effective for a straightforward incident without extensive complexity. So critical caution, each why must be grounded in verifiable evidence rather than assumptions. That's what I in the last also. You have to be very clever to fact and fact and opinion. You have to distinguish between these two. Avoid jumping to conclusion without factual basis. So this for one is Ishikawa. It is called the fishbone. You will always hear the fishbone diagram. You can see in the drawing also. Also known as the Ishikawa or cause and effect diagram. This visual tool resembles a fish skeleton with the incident at the head and potential causes branching the bones. Okay? So systematic categorization organizes causes into category. Different things are there in the incident, the different contributory factor. Maybe it is a people, process, equipment, and environment, material, and management. You have to remember people, process, equipment, environment, material, and management, ensuring comprehensive coverage. Because these are the questions if you go to for the HSE manager position, they will ask. In the fish, what are the who are the things? Name all the things. So you have to name it. Collaborative brainstorming facilitate group discussion and capture diverse perspective, making it ideal for complex investigation requiring multidisciplinary inputs. As I have told you, you should have in the team the multidiscipline. You cannot have one HSC people are going and doing the, so all the people who can contribute should be in the investigation team. The second is fault tree analysis. So you have to remember what is the fault tree analysis, what is the, so that in the, you should understand, and in the interview you can explain also. Fault tree analysis, a top-down deductive method that uses Boolean logic gates and or, okay, to map. I will explain, I will prepare another video on the fault tree analysis in detail. Just understand this here. To map all possible pathway from an undesired top event down to basic root causes. Okay, this and this, maybe this or this. So you can keep on breaking. If this has happened, this may have happened. No, then this one happened. So particular valuables for complex systematic systems in safety critical industries such as nuclear power, aviation and chemical processing plant, the hydrocarbon or wherever it is. Fault tree analysis provides quantitative probability analysis when combined with failure rate data, enabling risk-based decision making. And this is the chart of the Pareto chart. Inadequate training. These are the causes. It has been found that the equipment failure. These are the causes. Environment of main is the inadequate training, because the competency. If the people are competent, they can manage that. You have to be very clear. That's why at site you have to emphasize. You have to convince the project management that be make the people competent, so that their productivity will improve, their destructive method working method can be reduced. So with this chart you can explain. Now, advanced and systematic method. What are the advanced and systematic method? Failure mode and effect analysis, FEMA. So FEMA is a proactive technique designed to identify potential failures before incident occurs, making it a cornerstone of preventive safety management. So in the FEMA, there are the severity rating, impact of failure on safety and operation, occurrence rating, likelihood of failure happening, detecting detection rating, ability to detect before impact. So in the FEMA, these things are happening. So widely adopted across manufacturing, healthcare, aerospace and engineering sectors. FEMA calculates a risk priority number, जिसको RPN also we call, by multiplying severity, occurrence and detection rating to prioritize mitigation effort. Just I am giving you only the definitions, so that in the we will prepare a separate video on all this fishbone, FEMA and all these things, and this one fault tree analysis. So PROACT root cause analysis method. So what is this? I am giving because these are the questions you will have to answer in the interview. So PROACT root cause analysis method is preserving evidence, secure the scene, and collect all physical, documentary, and testimonial evidence systematically. Then root cause analysis, identification, apply rigorous analytical technique to uncover fundamental cause beyond surface symptom, organizing data structure, finding logically to reveal pattern and relationship between causal factors, analyzing causes, examine chronic systemic failure that are often overlooked in superficial investigation. Okay, so if you analyze, you will come to know. Communication result, present finding clearly to all stakeholders. Okay, with actionable recommendation, as I have explained in my last video in detail. In Hindi also, in English also, whichever language you want, you can see this. Tracking impact, then monitor corrective action effectively to ensure sustainable improvement. So this is the proact. You have to be proactive. Systematic cause analysis technique. What is this? SCAT, systematic cause analysis technique. So SCAT employ a vertical root cause analysis approach that especially focuses on human factor and organizational influence, recognizing that most incidents have deeper systemic origins. So that is what is called the systematic cause analysis technique. This technique breaks down causes into hierarchical category, ensuring investigators examine personal factor, job factor, and organizational factor system. To understand it better, the human factor video which I have prepared, you can go and watch it. Particularly effective for incidents where human performance plays a significant role, revealing latent organizational weaknesses. Because these are the technique ways it is knowledge of these technique is very important for all the HSE manager and those who are waiting to improve in their career. Now, incident BOT analysis. BOT, you know it? BOT, BOT, you know it? So you, by figure also it will know. The bow tie method combines fault tree and event tree analysis into an integrated visual model shaped like a bow tie with the hazard at the center. Okay. So with the in this one you have to understand the prevention barriers. What are the prevention barriers are there? Left side shows barrier designed to prevent the hazard. There are where it is felt, the prevent barriers. Critical event center represent the moment when control is lost. Okay, so mitigation control is the right side display control that reduce consequences. What are those things? So if you prepare, you can see where things have failed. In detail again, you will watch my next video on all these things. So best practices and practical tips. So building an effective investigation team that I have explained you. Diverse expertise include representatives from operations, safety, maintenance, engineering, and management to ensure comprehensive perspective. Blame-free culture you should have, but it is very difficult as a HSE professional. You have to do it because it should not happen that people are there just to fix blame on someone and get rid of it. So that is not the purpose of the incident investigation. Encourage open, honest, and communication by focusing on system improvement rather than individual blame, essential for uncovering from causes. Train investigator, as I have told, every person who is in the team should be fully trained on the incident investigation methodology and techniques. Preserving evidence and data integrity, it is very important in the investigation. The quality of an investigation depends entirely on the integrity and completeness of evidence collected. Compromised evidence may lead to flawed conclusion, because if you unable to gather the quality informations, that's why it is required to immediately start the investigation. Secure the scene, immediately isolate the incident area to prevent, is just a revision from my last video, prevent contamination, disturbance or loss of physical evidence. Document thoroughly, photograph, video and sketch the scene, collect physical. In the paper you can write where the thing happened, what are all these things are there, where the crane are standing. In case of what are all the contributory factors, in the later on, take the photograph so that you have the evidences, equipment loss, maintenance record and witnesses statement as they are saying. Later on you analyze. But at that time, you better record it or write it down. Organize systematically, use detailed timeline and sequence diagram. Always I am telling you have to write it in all the investigation report, and immediately you have to choke it out. When what has happened, the sequence every 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you have to 5 minutes. 7:35 it has happened, 7:40 it has happened, 7:45 this has happened, till the accident has happened. Timeline and sequence diagram to organize fact chronologically and identify causal relationship. Okay, so maintain chain of custody, track all evidence handling to ensure admissibility and credibility in regulatory or legal proceeding. Because you, if you have the lackluster information, it is not going to stand in the court also, if in case it is going in the legal complication. Avoiding common pitfalls, don't stop at immediate cause. Warning for all the HSE professional. Otherwise, all the incident investigation is of no use. Resist the temptation to conclude investigations permanently. Surface level fixes rarely prevent recurrence, because the purpose of the incident investigation is to prevent a recurrence. If you do this, immediate cause, if you stop, your purpose is finished. Dig deeper to find systemic roots. Challenge assumption and biases. Always you have to remember. You have to go to the fact to fact. Everybody will have their own story, their own opinion. You just have to let it go. Confirmation bias and preconceived notions can blind investigators. Test hypotheses rigorously against evidence and remain open to unexpected findings. That's why incident investigation is not an easy thing. That's why I am telling you to go in deep and make yourself master as a HSC professional. Look beyond human error. While human action trigger many incidents, focus on systemic and organizational factors that created condition for error. Ask why the error was possible, why it has happened. That's why five whys. So, conclusion, from investigation to prevention. Root cause analysis transform incident into invaluable learning opportunities. Always remember, the incident investigation is a very important learning opportunity to find out where the hazards are missing, what are things are missing, why it has happened. Turning setback into a springboard for organizational improvement. Applying the right investigative technique systematically prevents recurrence, protect lives, and build resilient safety culture. A strategic investment is comprehensive training, analytical tools, and organizational commitment creates a culture of continuous improvement where every incident is strengthen future safety. Thank you for watching my video. I request all of you to please subscribe my channel and keep learning so that you can become one day a very good, very competent HSC professional and can become country head and can very easily. If you are competent, you can manage a multi mega projects. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel and give your comments, like my channel. Thank you.